Hello. Tonight I'm taking a look at the MAC concealer palette versus the NYX concealer palette. They're going to go head to head. Okay, so I always use the MAC NW25 in the little pots that they always sold it in. They had every shade in its own little pot, and you could buy whatever shade you wanted. And it was great. It was thicker than what you find in these, and it sunk in better, and then it stayed on top better. I don't know. It was just a really good product, and you didn't have to put too much. You would just put a swipe of it on. You could, or maybe if you wanted to, put a little setting powder on it. You were good to go for the day. Okay, so I couldn't get to a MAC counter, so I went and I found NYX in a local store. Cheaper product, much cheaper. And as you can tell, I've used the shit out of this one. Okay, so then when I could get to the MAC store, I went and I found their palette. This is a medium and this is a medium. Well, I was shocked because then I realized I had been using N25 this whole time because I looked at the colors between the two and they were identical. Not only is the packaging pretty much identical, like the container, except this one comes with the box, the colors are identical. It's harder to tell because this is in a beige container, this is in a black container, so you think they look a little different. I put them each on white paper. This is the MAC. This is the NYX. Shade for shade, they're identical. Every color in this palette is the same as this palette. So then, of course, I went to the actual consistency of the product. This, I went through it really fast because you have to apply it a lot and often. It feels thick though, like thicker than this. So when I opened this up, I'm like, oh, this is almost like, it's hard to see there a bit, but it's almost like a milky. This feels a little thicker, but greasy. And this feels like milkier somehow. So I thought, well, just try it anyways. Let's see what happens. Tried it, and I found that this does not last as long. This you must use setting powder or setting spray or both. And then you might be reapplying it one more time in like 20 minutes. This, I put it on, waited a couple minutes, put a bit more on, and then because it's kind of milky somehow, it's thinner somehow, but it's richer but thinner. It's hard for me to explain. It does not feel exactly the same, and it sets itself. This stuff kind of like dries in place on its own. It's higher quality ingredients. I'm sure it's the higher quality ingredients. So yes, this is more. Yes, this is almost identical. But when it comes down to it, is this better than the cheaper one? Yes, it is. It is. I probably am not going to use this one again. I'll throw it in the bottom of my bag, and if I ever am in a jam and I don't have this with me, then I would use it as a backup, but I'm going to stick with the MAC. Is it worth the price difference? For me, yeah. I mean, yes. Depending on how quickly I go through this. If I go through this too quickly, then I don't know. Maybe I will go back to this. But no, this is, this is a better product. And trust me, I need a good concealer because I got a lot to conceal. Anyways, okay, thank you. Check them out for yourself. I think you'll find that the MAC is a better product. Peace.